Matt Rife is getting a taste of his own medicine this week, that and a lot of other things. We're doing a weekly recap because there's a couple little stories that I want to talk about that happened this week that doesn't need its own video, so I'm throwing it in here so we can chat about everything. We're talking about Shane and Ryland becoming parents, Jacqueline Hill's brands closing, Selena back on social media, and of course, Brooke absolutely giving Matt Rife a taste of his own medicine. Honestly, I'll start with that because when I saw this, I was like, wow, she really did that. But as I'm sure you guys have seen by now, Matt Rife isn't everyone's favorite right now. And although his comedy special got him a lot of backlash, I don't think it compares to the backlash he's getting now after Brooke admitted in the recent canceled podcast that she was seeing Matt at the beginning of this year romantically, and she found out that he was also seeing other girls at the same time as he was seeing her. Which is crazy because he was telling her things like she can't see other guys, she can't have friends that are guys, and just completely love bombing her. But basically, when she found out that he had been seeing other people while he was seeing her, she went to go confront him and send him a text, and she found out that her number had been blocked. And well, it looks like he's pretty upset about the fact that she's aired him out publicly because she posted a photo dump this past week, and one of the photos in it was a screenshot of a text that she received from MR, which I don't know why Matt Rife is referring to himself by his initials, but it looks like he's reached out to Brooke saying, "Brooke, this is MR." And she sent him the special needs helmet link that he put on his story after people were upset about his comedy special. Like, seriously, sending the helmets to him is truly such a move. Like, she really did that. And for those who don't get it, when everyone was calling out Matt for his comedy special, he posted on his Instagram story saying, "If you've ever been offended by a joke I've told, here's a link to my official apology. Tap to solve your issue." And the link went to these special needs helmets that Brooke just sent to him. So she really gave him his joke right back, and I honestly wonder how he handled it because it's hilarious for her to have sent it. But something tells me that he was probably pissed off because if there's one thing that we've seen from Matt in the last couple of weeks, it's that he can't seem to handle criticism or other people making jokes on his name. But anyway, that's what happened there. In other news, Selena Gomez had a very short-lived Instagram break. Last week, Selena went on an Instagram rant commenting back to a ton of fans who had something to say about her new relationship with Benny Blanco. They felt like at one point in time, Benny had shaded Selena Gomez when he was talking about Justin Bieber in an interview. It wasn't really confirmed that he was, but a lot of her fans just felt like he was. And so they were surprised to see that she was confirming they were in a relationship currently, and so she was defending him against a lot of people. And eventually she said, "Never trolling, I'm leaving Insta for a while until I have work again. I just stand up for what I believe in. I have no shame in doing that. I love my fans more than anything." The next day, she ended up commenting on Ariana Grande's Instagram post where she was in the studio saying, "Finally," and I think that officially ended her social media break because she just kept on posting after this. She ended up starting to tease her new body collection for her Rare Beauty brand and then posted several more times for her best friend Taylor Swift. So I don't think that anyone will really ever be believing Selena again if she says she's doing a social media break because she's been on a couple this year and this one was the shortest one. But all in all, she's back from her break. And she's also shared more photos of her and Benny, so she clearly doesn't care what people have to say about the two of them being together. Now, in other news, Jacqueline Hill has closed her brands. She had made the announcement earlier this year that she was going to be shutting down all of her brands because she just wasn't passionate about them and she didn't want to be known as the cozy girl that's selling blankets. She thought her legacy was going to be lipsticks. And although it kind of was, just not in the most positive way, she said she ultimately just wants to focus on makeup going forward. Now, it's a little up in the air what's going on with Jacqueline Cosmetics, given the fact that she isn't the CEO that she's been saying that she's been for years. And with Forma filing for bankruptcy, it's just not clear whether or not Jacqueline Cosmetics is going to be a thing or if Jacqueline is going to even have any sort of part in it. But what we do know is that her other brands are done and the website has been shut down. The announcement was posted to the Imminent website, which is the one-stop shop for all of her brands, and it said, "Important announcement, Imminent brands are permanently closed effective December 9th, 2023. Dear valued customers, please be informed that the Imminent.com online store, along with its brands Jacqueline Roxanne, Throws by Jacqueline Roxanne, and Cozy are now closed. Our heartfelt gratitude goes out to you for your support through this journey." Effective immediately, this website is no longer operational. All sales have been discontinued. Inquiries regarding pending issues with products or with outstanding orders may be emailed until January 8th, 2024 to the customer support. With the exception of major upcoming holidays, you can expect a response Monday through Friday between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. The business will cease customer support services at the end of the day, January 8th, 2024. Wishing all a happy and healthy new year. So who knows what the future will hold for Jacqueline and what she will do next, because she has admitted that being a brand owner is just not for her.
And that's really another thing that I fucked up on in a decision that I made that ended up hurting me, because at the end of the day, guys, I don't really want to be a brand owner. I know that so many people thrive doing that. There's people and personalities out there that like a Kim Kardashian, I think that's what makes them happy, is just to create more and more brands. And for me, that's not it.
So it's a wonder what she will have going on in the future, and if Jacqueline Cosmetics will even be around, or if she will be a part of it or try to be a part of it in the future. But it's all just so very messy and unclear. Now, lastly, we're going to be talking about Shane and Ryland becoming dads. They are officially dads. It's kind of crazy to even say that, but they've officially welcomed their 2 little boys into this world. And following their big announcement, the internet was on fire over the birth of their boys. I think people who just hadn't heard they were having kids were just so shocked to hear the news for the first time, because when they first announced they were having twins and such, I think they did get some backlash of people recalling things from Shane's past and things he was canceled for, and discussing all of that and the idea of him being a father. And for those who didn't hear about the fact that they were expecting twins and we're now seeing photos of them with the babies on the internet, I think that went around way more than just the announcement in the beginning. I think them seeing Ryland and Shane with these babies was just very shocking to some people. And so there was a lot of conversation going around. And what I did notice was that people didn't know a lot about surrogacy. A lot of people made comments about them having pretended to give birth by being in the hospital bed, which was something I've seen people comment when others have shared the birth of their child through surrogacy. Like Adrienne Bailon, when she announced that her son was born, people were commenting on the picture and they were like, why is she acting like she's the one that gave birth? It's so weird and all this stuff. But babies can't leave the hospital, so they do have to get a room, and that's why they're in the hospital. And there just happens to be a bed, and the baby's not using the bed, so I feel like they're like, well, let's use the bed. And also, doing skin to skin with your baby is a big deal these days. They say it's really important for bonding and all that, so that's why they're in the gown and, it looks like they've given birth. And there were also people that were like, these babies were ripped away from their mother, which I guess some people think that all the surrogates are biological mothers. Honestly, it was a big debate that I was seeing on Twitter, especially when it came to Shane and Ryland, which with them, their surrogate was not the bio mom. They had talked about this plenty in vlogs that Ryland has posted. And I believe that's not the typical case when it comes to surrogates, that they're ever related to the child. I'm sure it's happened, but in this case it wasn't. But people are making it a negative thing, they stole these babies from the mom, ripped it away. It was just a lot. There seemed to be just a lot of confusion going on there, and also just people criticizing them for even showing the babies after they said that they weren't going to be sharing them. So I don't know if they decided to do it just this once and then never again, but who knows, since having them, both of them have been rather offline, and Ryland stopped doing Vlogmas, and Shane's podcast is pretty pre-filmed weeks in advance, so people just have to see if they become a family vlog channel or if things will stay the same. But I feel like they know that keeping their children offline is probably for the best, given all the backlash that they've gotten throughout their career, especially Shane, and the backlash that they would get if they did become a full-on family channel. So who knows what will happen. Maybe they'll just only show them sometimes. With making them the full main characters of their videos would just be so bad. People would be very upset at them, I'm sure. But anyway, Shane and Ryland are dads, and that's what's been going on this week. I certainly want to know what you guys think about what Brooke had to say in response to Matt, and the fact that he even reached out to her, and the way that he texted her with his initials, and then Selena's little break, and Jacqueline's brands closing. Let me know all of your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.